Hi, this is Jerry King, and I am back with another segment about Chinese metaphysics. But today I'm going to be talking a little bit about timing in奇门遁甲and DLR. I'm going to try and keep this segment short here, and I'm going to go right to it. So this is a very well-known pattern where you have your elements in the 9 boxes that you see here. You got the wood, the 2 woods here, so mu mu, and then you got the fire up top. That's your south, and then you got your southwest earth, and then you got your metal in your west and northwest, water in the north, earth in the northeast. Okay, so this is actually very important in the usage in 奇门遁甲, right? It's often being disregarded because people just try to memorize the symbols, right? So you memorize symbols and you just try to decipher the whole chart in terms of while ignoring some of this, right? So how does this work is in Qimen. Let's just use an example here. I'm going to bring up an example. Let's try to exit here. So if we look at the 9 stars, obviously they each have their elements. I'm gonna bring this up first. So each of these have their elements involved. So obviously a Tianfu represents quite a bit of wood, Tianchong wood as well, and so on and so forth. So this actually, the location, the base location of these 9 stars have the same elements as these right here that is shown in the chart here. So for example, Tianpeng would be water, and then Tianxin would be metal. So how does all this come into play? So in Qimen and in any divination system, we always talk about your heaven, luck, man, and earth. When we talk about heaven, I like to talk about timing too. So for example, if I were to bring up, let's just randomly bring up a star here. So let's just use Tian Xin. Oh, Tian Xin. Where's my Xin? So hard. Okay, so this we obviously it's in the original location is in the metal, or what we call Qian Palace, right? That's just the base location. And where's my Qian Gua? There you go. Okay, Qian. Okay. So if we go back to this one right here, so these are, for example, if you see these in its own location, we also say that, oh, there's a possibility that it's a Fu Yin in Qimen Dunjia, or I shouldn't say possibility, but it is a Fu Yin, right? So what does a Fu Yin mean and all that? I talked about that in a separate video. You can probably look for that one. But going back to this, I mean, the location of this does matter. Okay, so if let's say the Tianxin was located in this palace, so now we have what we call a wood and metal conflict, the metal on top of the wood. So when the Tianxin flies in this specific box, we would say that it does not have the support of Earth. So no support of Earth, no support from Earth, right? And then we look at timing. So let's say, oh, today's October. I'm just using whatever I have here, October 5th, 2023. All right. Just gonna flip open my calendar to see. I'm just improvising. Nothing is scripted here. October 5th. Oh, we are still in the rooster month. So we are in what we call the rooster yo month. Yeah, here you go. Hopefully I got this right. October 5th. Oh, rooster month. And then we have to be specific, it's a monkey day. So what we have here is we have what we call timing. Timing, right? We have timing. Timing is good. So what we need to do is man. We have to look at what man, where the man luck is. So we have to look at the gates, or sometimes people call it the door. So if you recall, we could use, for example, Kaimen, right? That would give it support, right? So right here, we've got more support from the Kaimen. If you don't understand some of these symbols, don't worry about it. You could probably read more online or wherever, read my book, whatever, it'll talk about more about this. But anyhow, so you got the support of man. You got the support of your timing, right? Your rooster month, but you don't have support from Earth. So in Chinese, we call it 的天时的地理图的wait a minute. It should be 的图的 sorry about that. Yeah, I'm improvising. Buddha Dili. That's what I wanted to write here. Dili. Okay. And then we also have the Ren He. There you go. So 的天时的人和，那是不的地理。So you have the support of heaven, no support of the earth, and you have support of man. So you got man luck. So you're missing one. So you're missing 33%, which is depends. It's unfortunate. But then obviously in Ximen Dunjia, you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, but what are we talking about? What are we trying to divine? What are the questions? What are we doing here? Like, where are all the other symbols? I don't care about the other symbols for now. I'm just trying to isolate what we're looking at. So if our focus is on Tianxin, we're focused on, obviously, Tianxin can represent health, healing, doctor. Are we talking about the doctor that is coming to aid your health issues? We have to look at, okay, where are you located? And then now we know that, okay, the doctor, how strong is he? Timing wise, it's the right time to find a doctor, and you're gonna find the right doctor because you got the support of man luck. But unfortunately, you don't have the timing of the earth luck, which in terms of healing might limit the ability to heal whatever health issues you might have. And the same can go with like other symbols that you can talk about. You can talk about like Tianying, Tianpeng. Where are they located? When we talk about Tianpeng, sometimes we talk about like boats, the timing in terms of whether the crews can get to certain location on time, or Tianpeng can also represent something that's cold, floods, things like that, right? Or yeah, so on. Like we could talk about robbery too, right? In terms of having like a Tianpeng with a Xuanhu, right? And then there's that means it can also increase the intensity of the robbery. But I don't want to digress too much. Right now, we can see that to simplify things, we just look at, oh, okay, this one has the support of the timing, which is the month, and then you have the support of man, but then you don't have the support of earth. Okay, so going back to the next part, we look at Da Liu Ren and how that works. So Da Liu Ren, the earth plate is here, right? Earth plate. This is the base. Okay, so these are location symbols. Hopefully you know these symbols. These are from the Ba Zi, the 12 animals as well. Okay. So we look at the location. These are base locations. So they're on the right side. This one's the base location. So the monkey is always here, rooster here, dog, the shu, hai, zi, chou, yin. So this is your Daliren base plate. But what I have here is, I just put up a random date here. Year is the ji chou year, xin wei, month, bing yin, day, hour, and ren chen. And then the heaven plate shows up like this. So I have this highlighted as red. So let's just say we're looking at this person born in a year, the monkey, right? So what we want to know is there support? So do we have support from Earth, right? I'm just gonna bring this up. Actually, this is clear. So Earth is here, right? This is the Earth plate. Is it supporting the monkey? So the location of the monkey is here. The snake is here. This is a fire, right? This is a fire animal. And this is a metal. So the fire is burning. So we say that this one does not have the support of the earth. 不得地理. Okay. Now we look at where the monkey is on the earth plate. So the monkey is here. It is metal, right? And what we need to see is the heaven supporting the earth? Is the heaven supporting the earth? The heaven, high, is water. So it is draining. It is draining metal. So there's no conflict. It's just draining. So it's draining energy. So it's somewhat neutral to negative. So I would still say this one, the monkey, does not have the support of heaven and earth. Right. And also we could also look at timing, right? So the timing, so birth month, year, so month of the goat way is summer. So obviously the timing is not right. But in terms of how we look at it in Daliren, we look at it through this more. This timing does matter depending on what the question is and what we're looking at. I use this a lot. I use the year as well to determine certain things. This is what I call the tai sui or the boss. So, but anyways, for this example, we don't have to look at the Bazi chart on top of the Daliren. For this example, basically, I just want to see, okay, does it have the timing of the earth? No, it doesn't. Fire burning metal. It does have the timing of the heaven. Heaven, the high is on top of the monkey, and it is raining. So now what we also need to look at is, does it have man luck? The man luck has more to do with, let's say, the gods. But some people say, oh, it's gods, it's labeled the gods. How do you mention it as man luck? But no, in Daliren, the gods have specific attributes and qualities to it. So if you, let's say you have a Guiren on top, obviously the Guiren is a very positive god for the specific individual. So if you have like a Guiren on top, you can say that, okay, this person has the support of man, doesn't have the support of heaven and earth. The same you can say if it has the Qinglong. So if we're looking, Qinglong often represents like big money, right? Big money, big investment, stuff like that. So if a person is looking for investment and you don't have the support of her earth and heaven, maybe it isn't time for you to invest. Okay. So I'm just going to bring up quickly randomly. Let's just randomly take a day. Let's just go 2023. Okay, so I'm just looking at this. So if we go back here, so what we see here, so the high is here, the chou is there, right? High, zi, chou, yin, mao, etc., etc. So what we have to see is, let's just randomly pick a symbol. Let's just, I wish I could just do a spinner to randomly pick a symbol. I'm just gonna pick the rat. Actually, today's a monkey day, but anyways, I already talked about the monkey. So the rat, oh, somehow it has the Guiren. Oh, I don't want to take a look. Let's take a look at something else. Let's go rabbit instead, because the Guiren I already talked about as well. So the rabbits, we have to identify, okay, what is it sitting on top of, right? It's sitting on top of the ox, right? So let me bring it back here. Ox right here. So it's sitting on top of the ox, the Cho. Does it have what we call the support of Earth? Well, Rabbit controls the Earth. I would say no, unless we're talking about like wealth wise, possibly it does. So it depends on what we're looking at, right? But based on the elemental approach, this is trying to control. Okay, so now we have to take a look at, okay, where is the rabbit on the Earth plate? So the rabbit is located here, and the rabbit is here. So it's here, and there's a snake on top. That's the Earth. I mean, that's the heaven on top is the snake. Rabbit is underneath. So it's being drained as well. Fire is burning the rabbit. So it doesn't have the support of Earth or heaven. And what we have here, not only that, we have a Xuanhu on top. So we're talking about robbery, right? So at the end of the day, this person might be asking, should I be investing? You don't have, so I would say, oh, you're sitting on top of wealth, but you don't have the proper timing because you have a Xuan, you don't have the man luck here, the Xuanhu is here, and then obviously you're being drained. So you're consuming a lot of energy trying to invest, is what I can say. And then we can take a look at Shan Chuan as well. It is found here, but then at the end of the day, you are getting burned again. So I would say it isn't time for you to invest. But that's just a simple approach that I have for Daliu Ren. And yeah, just you just have to remember. So Daliu Ren and Ximen Dunjia, similar ways of doing divinations. So we look at heaven, earth, man, heaven, man, and earth. And a lot of people get caught up in all the symbols first. They look at this and they say, oh, we memorize this and this and this. So basically, you're memorizing a multiplication table. So it's like, oh, you memorized it and you know 9 times 9 equals 81, but you don't know how you got to 81. So a lot of grade 2, grade 3 kids, they just memorize. They go, oh, okay, 9 times 9 equals 81. How do you get the answer from? You don't know that it is 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. So you plus it 9 times in order to get 81. So it is the same in Chinese metaphysics where people just look at this, they look at zhifu and then they go, oh, okay, it's great. We have support from the gods. It's good. And everything should be good, right? And then you don't understand the other aspects of it, right? Like obviously it depends on the symbols that you're talking about too, right? So people just memorize and say, oh, that's a positive God, that is a positive. So if you look at Tianxin, you just say, oh, this is very positive, blah, blah, blah. And then that's it, right? You don't look at anything else. But fortunately, yeah, this is sort of positive, although this is a Fu Yin chart. But yeah, like there's so many variations in Qi Men Dun Jia. Oh, something's wrong here. It's not switching for some reason. Oh, okay. Anyhow, yeah, so you can't just look at these and say, okay, Jiu Tian, that's good, and then life is good, blah, blah, blah. You can't do that, right? You have to also look at the timing, like the gates as well. Like, is it supported? Like, for example, this one is obviously supported the Jingmen. So are we looking at documents, right? Jingmen could be documents, it could be you're looking at a car, you're looking at your path from point A to point B. You could be looking at your trips, right? So there's so much in Ximen Dunjia to look at as well. So I'm not going to go any further, or else I can just keep talking about these charts. So that's all I have for today. Just remember the symbols here or the elements from the Lo Shu table, I should say, yeah. And you know that you got your metal here, water, earth, wood, fire, and earth. So remember this and then try to understand whether you have the heaven, man, and earth luck as well as whatever you're trying to figure out in your question, okay? Don't skip this part. And that's all I have for today. I'll try to put up more videos. I've been away for a couple of weeks here, just busy with work. So until then, we'll chat again soon. Have a nice day.